Hello there everyone and welcome back. I still feel like that last fleet with the cruisers was not quite to my liking, but I think I found something that I am really thinking might be really promising. Although for this video I'm going to go back to the Voidstalkers and the Auroras. I feel like my other fleet has promise now. Have a look, well, I was going to go to the fleet there. Have a look at the update I just made. We scrapped the Auroras altogether and replace them with Hellborns. As I already kind of hinted before, and that Chaos match should be a perfect example, these Hellborn have potential to maybe be a lot more resilient than even the Auroras, since they have the exact same critical hit ratio. Their generators cannot be destroyed, and they even have faster rotation speed. Two of these only cost like 7 more points than a single Aurora, and they have almost the exact same firepower plus 2 star cannons to complement it. Never mind the fact that they have scanners and boarding isn't really all that important. I think we can safely say when my lightning strikes can only do literally 1 point of troop damage. There's not a lot of practicality to the boarding unless I want to kill frigates, which is kind of what the Pulsars excel at. Let's be serious. So I'm looking to dive into this at least for my stream over on the weekend. Hell, I'm contemplating just extending my time with the Corsairs because I'm really ecstatic to try this out and fine-tune the fleets a little bit. But for now, I'm going to go back to the normal setup because the Voidstalker at least is a lot more simplistic to kind of utilize, just because of the additional range and the fact that it could do the majority of the work capturing objectives and just baiting my opponent, hopefully, a precarious position for my Auroras and Hellborn to kind of jump them. Hell, I already had a fleet set up with 4 Hellborn and Aurora, which I may still do actually. I just don't know how it would do my fleet formations because I do like the simplicity of 2 Auroras and a Hellborn each squad. It at least makes it easy to control that way. But let's get this started. Okay, Space Marines. This can be dangerous just again because of the boarding potential they can have on me. Thankfully, I have a Voidstalker to kind of relatively safely poke him at distance, and with the convenience, of course, with the arguably a bug to the the spear crystal lenses. What the heck is that upgrade for his shields? I can't remember what it's called. Let's see, okay, I did get it right. Good God, I'm shocked that I actually did pull that off somehow. But with its current state to just keep the shields down, any battle barges would be really damn good, but are we going to deal with more of these weird lances? And let's see, strike cruiser, strike cruisers with lances and Thunderhawks? I don't know. You would think I'd be incredibly strong there, outside of the boarding potential itself. And this is a bit of an awkward type of objective layout for me too, I gotta admit. So this could be awkward since I'm going to already be in the middle of the map and I'm sure my opponent's going to want to chase me down to the best of their ability. So I think Stasis Bomb is going to be more useful just because a Maelstrom is going to do so little damage unless I break down their engines. Okay, 6 ships, so we kind of already know what this is. And I don't think I have to worry about... Well, they're kind of forfeiting the 3 objectives on the left for me here. So I think I'm okay with that. It gives me a point lead. It forces my opponent to kind of put themselves in a position they may not want to. I just gotta keep in mind the possibility of a frigate. How? Since, well, we're gonna probably get a tell of a frigate probably grabbing one of these objectives at some point. But going over on the right may not be a good idea for me just yet. Hell, I can launch fighters, I don't see why I shouldn't, since I'm about to actually grab this objective. And if these get shot down, hell, I have 3 more charges, so for all I care, it can get destroyed, if my opponent's willing to do that. Alright, more of the same there. This is the weirdest layout, isn't it now? You know it's going to be well fortified because my opponent isn't going to want to grab the objective, but still, goddamn. I still want to grab this objective quickly, I just gotta be really diligent with how I pull this off. And which did I go after this one here? I'm pretty certain I went after that one. Yep. You thought you were being clever, well, let's not speak too soon. I could have prioritized that one cruiser there. And if destroying point defense isn't a big deal, but it will reveal them. But, again, gas cloud's kind of pointless. And maybe I should recall it back, since after all, I am going to grab this third point here. Oh, they're all lances. Every single one is lances, so my bombers are going to be incredibly valuable here. So maybe whittling down some of the point defense is important after all. Even though it's going to be short-lived, let's not kid ourselves. That's just a really weird objective layout, it goes without saying. But let's not make any rambunctious moves. Since this does confirm there's gotta be frigates around somewhere. They clearly have the points for a frigate at least, so... Maybe I shouldn't have done a pulse with that ship there, but you figured they'd be close to the strike cruisers. At the very least. Now, how do I best approach this? Well, obviously, I go after what's isolated. What is all by the lonesome, which is potentially this one ship here. I just need my Auroras in a proper flanking position. And actually, I will launch the bombers there, because again, no fighters to immediately intercept and deny them. I have a stasis bomb to help slow them down, I just need the Auroras in position to kind of do their thing. Eagle bombers are going to take a little bit of time though, so I need... Let me at least have this one frigate spot, I suppose. I want to shoot as soon as possible, since I'm going to be revealing them really damn soon. Actually, you're Group 2, you're Group 3. Congratulations, we got a bigger squad now.
We move together. Let the void claim them.
Okay. Give it some time, maybe get a critical hit as a bonus. See if we can cripple this, although I know my opponent's going to likely want a boost. Which is why I'm preparing for that occasion.
Yes, Commander. Swiftly.
Not the most impressive damage, but I think my bombers are not close enough, sadly. Oh, I take that back. I'm not quite going to hit as hard as I like, especially with the bombers gone. Wait a minute, why do I have fission? Oh, it's marked. Oh, how convenient was that? The other ships actually gave me something to shoot at. So that worked out well there. Now, let me see about doing more damage here. It's going to be tricky to do. That was not at all what I want there. This is going to turn into a disaster quickly because I didn't realize I used my false maneuver there just a moment ago. I did lose a frigate alas due to kind of bad misuse of my ships. And apparently there are no frigates, which really shocks me too. I don't know why you have no frigates, but okay, I'll go with it. And I am losing objective, but that's going to be short-lived.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic
Now let's just rely on more
the
fission so I don't have to
enemy's
scan or
seizing
pulse
strategic
consistently.
areas.
I just wish I hadn't turned towards them like that, but...
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
And I was hoping to do some torpedo damage there. Those are really bad torpedoes, with that said.
Yes, Commander. We serve.
We got some good torpedo hits there. Now we just got to finish these things off.
Let the winds fill us.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Can we finish this off quickly now? Since I just realized I'm doing a bad job controlling my fleet. I am doing a terrible job controlling my fleet now. It's all starting to fall apart, which was really damn promising. The ships are heavily crippled though. I just now need kills, which most of them are out of the equation at least. It's just going to be a really problematic game to... Ah, damn it. That was not at all what I want. Okay, so I guess there are frigates, but... You got an engine critical hit. You are all but useless.
We move together. Let the winds fill our sails.
Actually, let me just go after this one ship. I can kill that really well.
Our home.
I should just disengage now. I should anyway. But this is not looking promising just because of my layout. And I'm ramming myself again too.
Hold fire.
I have torpedoes, now I just go... Actually, can I hit these one ship here?
Until the end. Taking new position.
Those are bad torpedo shots, sadly.
We move together.
I really need those torpedo hits if I'm gonna kill anything, alas. Because it's damn good promise.
The fates decree. Swiftly.
But I'm just gonna lose the boring damage really quick here.
As the fates decree. We obey.
So in all seriousness, I should continue to prioritize these their main ships.
Setting sail. Taking new position.
Engine critical hit there, I'll take it. And let's not scuttle any more ships, ideally.
Rides the solar winds.
Ideally, this could still be a victory, but it feels a lot more messier than it probably needed to be.
Ride the solar winds.
Since I got a nice point lead now.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Acknowledge.
And we have torpedoes. Let's not forget about that.
Move together. We serve. The void is our home.
Give me the hits. That's all I need right now. And with actually multiple engine destructions, that does help a lot.
Void is our home.
It definitely goes to show how awkward it can be to hit these things.
Come about with
But
grace.
let's start working our way to grabbing objectives.
We move together.
Can I repopulate? No, I can't reactivate the crew there.
Move together.
So it's kind of on its own for about 70 seconds.
Yes.
But with no engines, maybe I can kill it.
Taking new position.
This is pretty much over anyway. It's just the one frigate. I just gotta watch the score, of course. It's the big thing.
Swiftly.
And I am taking notable damage. Do I have enough star cannons to kind of finish this off? Because that thing has like no weapons at this point. It's just the boarding that it has going for it. And try as you might, that thing might do some fearsome damage with ramming, but
You have accumulated 50%
I can easily
strategic
deal with that.
points.
I got bombers to even seal the deal.
Eagle bombers beginning attack pattern.
This is over. I just gotta finish this. Well, there is one ship over there, which is a moot point since I'm gonna use this to grab objectives for me. And it's also the flagship that we crippled earlier.
Setting sail. Swiftly.
Now, just gotta be mindful of boring. That's always a scare.
Obey.
Come on, get hit. Oh, you're marked, that's why. That explains that.
Swiftly.
Actually, can I have you reveal the flagship? That might be kind of nice.
Fates decree. Cease.
And yes, thankfully your generator is gone. That was almost a mistake if a lightning strike could have hit me there. Yep, and now I'm gonna have to leave once this thing's dead. It's just taking a lot longer than necessary. How much health is left? 25, so I don't know how many actual shots that would be if I were to be serious. And I believe the flagship was here, but I want to wait till I get confirmation first, because after all, I could just...
You have accumulated
Apparently I'm still marked,
75%
okay.
of strategic points.
Not a big deal. That confirms what I already needed to know. But this mark is lasting a long time. Is there another frigate I don't know about? There might very well be. But I got a bunch of ships ready to unload on this thing. And actually now, let me properly conceal myself, just for safety's sake, since I'm waiting for my pulsars to come back up regardless, so... That may have been a bit of a mistake, but it burns the boarding, so I can get really aggressive now. So thank you kindly for that, to an extent. And then all I need to do is have this flagship just grab the points quickly, which I can do really easily, especially with the buffer I'm about to get. But damn, the AC armor definitely takes a while, doesn't it, with no armor piercing. Even though my pulsars are ridiculously powerful burst weapons. Nope, that was all of them. It definitely dragged out for a bit, and I was threatening to undo my own progress there. Since what, we crippled, annihilate almost half their fleet, and then it started rapidly falling apart when they did get close to me. So you need to keep consistent, is the main theme there. Okay, Tyranids. At least with the Voidstalker, it's safe. It's very easy to say I can at least engage the Tyranids a lot more safer. I still would love to try and figure out the nuances still on how I can effectively, or at least how can I safely engage, especially with the Auroras and the Hellborn for crying out loud. Jeez. I am really thrown off today, good god. I'm not liking it one bit, but we must press on. We must strive our best to get another victory, but damn, that is one thing I really do want to play around with, is trying to get the most out of that, because like I said, a single battleship can, well, it can almost kill off the crew of my cruisers, never mind the frigates, which are pretty much gone. Oh boy. I wonder what they're implying. I'm trying to make this as dramatic as possible. You're not happy. You're not helping in this matter. Oh well, if only they know. Yeah, it's basically like that. As I already hinted out already, the cruisers almost single-handedly get murdered and munched by a single boarding action from a hive ship, so I don't think it's going to go well when I'm relying a lot on cruisers and frigates to at least take point. Okay, the illusion is now ruined, but there we go. Thanks you very much there, random person. I tried to make it all suspenseful, and in all seriousness, it still is going to be suspenseful. It just comes down to well, I do need a beacon, let's not kid ourselves. Micro-warp jump, in retrospect, I probably should have got rid of the micro-warp jump because it was completely useless in that engagement, wasn't it? Since I failed to consider how easy they can just lightning strike and cancel that after all. Oh god, this is not what I want, but at the same time it's not too terrible. I'm just rushing, spam clicking the move order there when I don't need to, and it cost me a little bit of health, never mind bad positioning in general. But it goes without saying, I just wanted to nigh. I want to at least have some security knowing that my opponent's not over here. I should be paying attention for rushes, that's always possible. But I'm gonna have to double check, but I think actually, was it Pinkamenda actually had solid rushes there, I believe, in that one engagement when I saw the hive ship rushing, which goes a little bit into what I'm saying. It's gonna be tricky to at least guess where they're gonna be if there's that uncertainty that the rushes are silenced or not. I'm honestly gonna have to double check that video to be certain, but I think it was actually silent for the one hive ship I saw jump at me, which is a bit of a problem. Needless to say. Actually, I should launch fighters here. I did launch the beacon here, so let's get a little bit of vision on the right. Since the only thing I can consistently and reliably do is make sure I have the point advantage, so that way my opponent's kind of forced to do something, and even if they grab the objectives back here with a hive ship, at least then I know they're nowhere near me, and maybe I can start getting aggressive that way. But I should be paying more attention, trying to listen for rushes. At least that way I can get a sense of where they are vaguely, whether they be frigate or not. But it's going to be tricky to say that reliably, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I said what I need to say. It's just a matter of playing it by ear and seeing what hints my opponent gives me. Yeah, those were bad fighter placements. So I'm just going to recall them. Nope, I did not want to fly out of there.
Until the end.
You have seized a strategic area.
Well, whoever has 3 points. There's your answer. I don't want to give away that my ships are here, although I could have easily had a frigate just grab it. I was planning on sending the flagship over this way regardless, and it allows me to easily load the fighters again because I'm flying towards them conveniently as opposed to flying away. Well, that was convenient. That just means there's more of them though, so let's not get cocky. And I just almost flew out of their scanner pulse range too. Yep, that's what I mean.
We obey.
Good God. That was supposed to be a Kraken, right? I don't recall seeing any shield health on that thing, but it died fast. Oh, it was a Kraken. I feel bad for them because those are phenomenal frigates. I love those frigates to death, but to just get erased by that many pulsars, wow.
We serve.
I'm gonna do something interesting, a little mechanic that I'm experimenting with. I'm just gonna boomerang these fighters. It hopefully will make more sense as I implement it. I'm gonna use them to cast as wide of a net of vision as possible.
The enemy has seized
But we do get vision. So maybe I should just launch fighters because, well, I don't need to do anything. I probably didn't need to run with everything, but okay. I was wondering what the heck was going on there. It seems like you lost the central portion of your fleet or ship there briefly. 10 seconds to a scanner pulse, so I can't do anything risky here. But I can kill off the shield at least.
Until the end. Let the winds fill our sails.
Now, can I do what's needed to be done? No, that was not at all what I want, but I want to keep pausing the shields, because
Enemy in our sight. We move together.
can I hit with the torpedoes I want?
Come about with grace.
Oh, this is not what I want here, but good torpedo hits at least. Now we just gotta finish this thing off.
Until the end.
It may not be the flagship, but god damn it,
Swiftly.
I'm feeling good about this position so far, just because of the convenience of engaging them at range, in all honesty. Could we really say the same thing if these were Auroras? We still have to find the other ones, so I can't get too complacent. But I do have a beacon. And sadly my boomerang strategy was kind of ruined a little bit too.
Taking new position.
I was gonna recall the fighters. Oh, hold that thought. Their pulsars are kind of spent. But what was I gonna try and say? I was gonna recall the fighters once they reach the deployment area, and ideally I was gonna boost my Voidstalkers diagonally, at least as far as it could possibly get. This is gonna suck a lot. It could work to my advantage still. But I am gonna have this board to hell.
Setting sail. Until the end.
Everything's rammed. And I just ran in my own torpedoes. Everything's going to hell now. Good God.
New position.
Let's focus on killing this thing quickly. I saw the falls maneuver and then it all falls apart. That it was off cooldown is what I mean to say.
Cease.
We're not out of the woods yet, though.
There is no delight.
But good God. It's not every day you get to see the Voidstalker get kind of a mutiny.
As the fates decree.
Now you're gonna break, I'm hoping.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of
Voidstalker
strategic
needs
points.
repairs, which he'll get in about 20 seconds.
Yes, Commander.
But I like to say it was good, pretty good, but I'm kind of ruining it for myself in all seriousness. Again. That just goes to show you that's Friday, I suppose.
Dark stars in flight.
Let's see, 5 seconds. Oh God.
The void.
Repair quickly, I don't want this thing to break again.
As the fates.
Oh God, it's almost out of crew. Let's try and fix that.
This is not
I caused enough mistakes to ruin my run. I don't need to do another one.
serve.
But now we're in a really good shape, but there's still another hive ship around.
Until the end.
And that Void Prowler ability alone just made it really damn complicated for me, it goes without saying. But I guess I'm not going to be doing much of a slingshot or a boomerang anymore, but I do want to try and shoot this.
Setting sail.
Since we clear... Why do I see you? Oh, you're in the beacon, that's why.
As the fates decree.
And the last hive ship's right there. How many torpedoes? It really is important to know how many torpedoes I have. Because I probably should not engage this.
Enemy in our sight. Come about with grace.
It's on fire, that's always good. I don't,
Setting
in all honesty, need to do anything. I could just hang back since, again, I have the point lead. That's been revealed, but
void.
it goes without saying, I don't want to engage from its front. For multiple reasons. The main one being is, it doesn't get... There's no delay to it just rushing towards me, whereas if I was engaging the side, at least I would have a little bit of warning with it turning to know that it was rushing. Make it a little bit easier for me to dodge.
75% of strategic points.
And, let's see, that's going to force another rush. So that's probably the best I could ask for there. Now I just gotta take out the shields. And actually, let me recall fighters.
We serve.
Let's not screw this up.
Together.
These torpedoes are probably not gonna hit, yeah.
As the fates decree.
I am on all sorts of fire if I do this wrong.
As the fates
I thought I set you to group 2, so let's correct this quickly.
we obey.
Sadly, my torpedoes were a big whiff.
Ride the solar winds.
Thankfully, not quite in boring range. I'm hitting now, alas. Not getting a good opportunity to hit with the pulsars, which actually I could correct right now.
The void is our home.
I think I hit with all 3 shots, I'm not sure anymore, if I were to be serious. Okay, this is game. The main thing that I had going for me in that match was, I managed to fight the hive ships one at a time. It's definitely a different story if I have to engage them all at once, especially if they're attacking from different angles.
Taking new position.
You are close to victory by strategic points.
Well, you don't necessarily need to spread out if I had to be honest, since if it's like I hinted at the very beginning there. If I saw hive ships over down at near my deployment zone, then I know they're not on their half the map, or at least near the middle of the map, and I can start getting aggressive. Sure, I may have the better mobility to kind of punish such a maneuver, but that was my mindset going in there. For Tyranids, it can be a little bit trickier, but again, they have potentially unlimited micro warp jump charges, on what, a 9-second cooldown? Maybe even 60 seconds? I can't honestly remember. With Devil Rush to boot. So their flagship could very quickly get back to the middle of the map, depending on the situation. But it's definitely easier for me to do that kind of maneuver, it goes without saying, with my higher mobility and of course the Wraithbone shift.